Okay, this is relevant for the prosecution of the speaker companies, and also remember the group stalkers that make up the employees of speaker companies. And these are all of the unfortunate criminal acts. It's unfortunate because they're unintelligent. They are designed to harass you in the workplace while they're group stalking you. This aspect is relevant to the prosecution for the not only harassment as an entity, not only terrorism as an entity, but while they're group stalking you and engaging in federal stalking on the venue of the internet with communication devices. They also engage in, and this is a failure, okay, but the effort by a league of inferior minions. The effort is to engage in conduct that expressly or impliedly reduces your value, your contribution, and your role, whatever role you play. And it doesn't matter whether you're a practicing law as an attorney, which I've been in that role, or whether you're a property manager, for which I'm overqualified to be in this role. And the questions, ordinary duties relevant to executing your duty as a property manager. And then not only am I going to expose this, but this is while this demon, third-party group stalker Maria Solis Alvarez, who by virtue of that title that precedes her name, is under no circumstances even qualified to engage in anything that is remotely close or accomplishing what will under any circumstances make the target individual. And I'm speaking to the reality of what Satan seeks to do to you in your life and all the lies that he speaks over you that you might entertain consciously or subconsciously. So this is again a series of emails. It's all Title 18 criminal activity, and the LAPD, the state, all the people of the state are aware of the content of these emails. It is also criminal because this company is a third-party company, and they're engaged in terrorism with the state. They are engaged in the role of group stalker with the state, and they're doing so in the workplace. This is all criminal activity on all accounts. In addition, this is the relevant to what is harassment. So not only is Maria Solis Alvarez a minion by the fact that she's engaging in group stalking, she is also one exercising fictitious authority. You're not an actual manager. Your whole life is a farce, by the way. You're a group stalker, and so you're presenting a whole illusion based on the entire existence of another person, which speaks to the lack of value of your own life and worth or direction or purpose. Anyway, I'll digress from there, but these are emails which are actually overstepping. First, she's supposedly on vacation, number one, but number two, she's speaking to somebody that does not have a role of the resident manager, asking this person, the maintenance supervisor, about the contents on an invoice, which again, this level, the administrative aspects of property management are not in the role of a supervisor, a maintenance personnel, okay? So she's speaking to things that are within my duties and talking beyond me, talking past me. None of this is subtle, none of this is missed, none of this is disregarded. It's all relevant and it's all intentional. Remember the specific environment. With regard to any and everything that I say, a helicopter arrives flying over my office. The demons that are pacing all around like cockroaches in engineer light, stalking, okay? They're a bunch of hollowed out minions, like in the movie I Am Legend, except this isn't a movie, it's real life. And they're pacing all around and all at the same time maintaining uniform knowledge about anything and everything pertaining to me. And so in an email, while the maintenance supervisor is sending an email, while my manager is on vacation, and she's responding to that which is within my duty to complete. Okay, that's number one. Number two, she's asking him questions about the details of the invoice, which is again, you're getting into the nitty gritty. He's maintenance. Okay, so this is relevant to my role as a resident manager. Not saying that he's not capable of doing it, but again, this is an ongoing subtle purpose to overstep, to disregard, to in any way limit, and it's also reasonably construed as such when you are the state and engaging in the pattern of conduct, and you've demonstrated a pattern of seeking to harass me and reduce or anyway exclude me from the role that you hired me to be in. And you only hired me because you wanted to terrorize me in the workplace, and now you're going to go to federal prison for it, and I'm also going to tax this company. So the entity is engaging in this creation of a purchase order at the request of the maintenance supervisor, and the so-called regional manager that's on vacation is at 8:11 in the morning, and at 8:31 in the morning, with simultaneity to my capturing the fake sun outside of my window, knowing that I'm capturing in specific environment, sending emails and text messages, which is again relevant to the malice and impunity that animal is going to go in a cage. And the more and more that she engages in with real-time knowledge, the federal judge that is looking at and will be witnessing the evidence knows exactly every decision that she made moment by moment, and it's relevant to how long you're sitting in federal prison. And so every text message, every email that's sent, and the criminal purposes behind it with regard to the terrorism that you are inflicted on behalf of a corrupt agency, a state that is stalking in a helicopter right now. Okay, so this is the entity referencing, under no circumstances referencing me while they are, and these are all group stalkers. So I just want to speak to other methods of what is harassment by the entity that's group stalking. All of this is within my role. A demon cannot make me feel excluded. You cannot make me feel small. You're group stalking me. I'm the center of your universe. You have a whole fake sun and moon over me. You're flying around me in helicopters, not because you're strong and mighty, but because you are terrified of the Lord Jesus. That's what you're scared of, because I'm a child of God. So the entity is engaging in what is federal group stalking and monitoring in the workplace, on the venue of the internet, and this is an ongoing attempt, and it is also reasonably construed as an attempt to not overstep, but you have what is to disregard my role as a resident manager, fully capable of creating the P.O. number, finding the P.O. number if that's the case, that needs to be found for the maintenance supervisor, who, again, the P.O. number is pursuant to criminal activity. Okay, this company, California Star Construction, they were here group stalking. So this is all a matter of what is criminal activity from the beginning to the end. All I'm doing now is analyzing the substance of their criminal conduct that's occurring on the watch of a third-party company. It's not even a legitimate company. Everything they're doing is the P.O.C. And they also do so with a criminal purpose to psychologically torment, terrorize, and harass the targeted individual, and doing so in ways that will never actually accomplish that purpose, but because you're engaged in that criminal system, you are legally responsible for it. And the purpose to engage in that as the state, that's what they are. It's not a legitimate company. You're not exercising any privacy rights. You're engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring, including federal stalking on the venue of the internet, and you seek to harass someone while doing so, which is entirely pathetic. Okay, so this is the entity that is referencing the structure of emails, things that need to be on invoices, that a maintenance supervisor is not engaged in that, and his ability, or his while they listen to me, and then he'll start engaging in conduct that will suggest that, oh yes, I am capable. This is what the demons do all the time. Okay, a maintenance supervisor is not one that is engaging in what is the details of invoices. That's why he sent an email requesting a PO. The details of such invoices is not within the role of the maintenance supervisor. And talking about, you're going to ask your assistant who's in Duarte regarding a PO and an invoice regarding work that was completed on my property. I'm the manager here on site, and engage monitoring me, surveilling me on the venue of the internet, and not addressing me in the substance of the emails with regard to that which is related to my role as the manager at the property while you're engaging in the criminal conduct. So I also want to reference what Maria Solis Alvarez is engaging in. I have no idea about what these PO numbers are about. I'm sorry. This is relevant to, I'll go into this. These are PO numbers, and I'm going through these details because it's relevant for speaker companies that's going to be prosecuted for all the ways in which they're engaging in harassment, besides the fact that they're group stalking. So the entity is engaging in what is, and the entity is Yolanda Poon. She's at the corporate office. She's going to federal prison. All right, so the entity is engaged in a criminal act when she sends an email requesting POs to be completed. They do so pursuant to the pattern of conduct. They also do so pursuant to a criminal purpose to harass you, create, for example, a paper trail of them always asking you to do something when many times it's not even an omission on my part. It's not, or it's something that somebody else did at another property. I'm not the only one requesting transactions, and they do not create POs for what they request for my property. And when they create those requests, they're coming here and monitoring and group stalking, terrorizing me. Okay, and then they're asking me to follow up on things that I don't even know about while they're requesting them, and it's all for the criminal system. Okay, it's not even legitimate operation of a business. So the regional accountant is requesting completion of particular POs that are in the system in Yardi. LA Hydrojet and Rooter, a third-party group stalker. Nova Contractors Incorporated, a third-party group stalker. And it is for me to look in to see if I even had anything to do with requesting these transactions. That's fine. I'll go in and I'll do my job. I'm pointing out what is the criminal act while they state any and everything. Like I said, you can send an email stating, "Hi Erica, oh my gosh, you're amazing and I love you." It's Title 18 criminal activity on the venue of the internet, period. Then you are going to prosecute for the substance, the contents of the speech and within the criminal act that is on the venue of the internet with communication devices. And all of this is done with the criminal purpose of seeking to misrepresent my abilities, my competency as an overqualified property manager. Okay, I am a trained attorney. Okay, so I have not renewed my license with the state of California. I'm prosecuting the state of California, and I could not care less about California giving me a certified stamp to practice law amongst a bunch of demons who were group stalking me as I was practicing law before. The people of the state were my former clients, and I'm going to prosecute them with that I already have on the record, while they were monitoring me, while they were also voluntarily forfeiting the attorney-client privilege, and they were doing so in concert with the same corrupt law enforcement agencies throughout every courthouse that I went to. That's already on the record while I was a practicing attorney. I do not need to go to the state of California in order to prosecute California. I could not care less. I have the skill set. No one can ever take that from me. And as you can see, it is serving me very well. Okay, the Lord Jesus is using it to expose what Satan is doing and to expose his glory and his power. And there is no one that will ever stand before him, by the way. Okay, so this is speaking to all the ways in which the Lord is exacting justice amongst those who desire and purpose to do wicked. And they're going to suffer consequences that they have not yet fathomed. And it includes even in the workplace. So it is currently 8:51 a.m. and I'm going to show you the light source that's outside of my leasing office window, and it's not in any position where I am at this time. Already left Alvarado Gardens yesterday en route to the Social Security office off of Columbia in LA, and the entity kept that fake sun, as you will see in all of the pictures taken. And so then you're again, it's an ongoing progressive connection of dots for you that are observing the criminal conduct and the demon possession of a whole population that I'm exposing, because the evidence is already on the record that it's not the sun that's over me anywhere at any time of day. The entity is maintaining the crime scene around me while they're engaging in a ceaseless crime, and it is demonic, and it's taking the form of an unnatural environment. And then you are then aware of recognizing what Satan wants to hide while it's in plain sight in front of your face. There's nothing normal about what they're doing, and everything that they do as they do it is centered on me. All right, and so you're taking that whole criminal system and then you're laying it down, and it's occurring inside of a workplace. So then you have a whole other aspect, a distinct method of recovery and punishment for the people of the state. So those that want to live at a crime scene, federal prison. Those that want to work at a crime scene, federal prison. Okay, those who want to exercise fictitious authority under any of the aforesaid ways, including as the state itself. When you want to exercise fictitious authority as police, court, or sheriff, federal prison. Okay, so this is breaking down the whole false reality that a corrupt government is working in necessarily in order to maintain the appearance, the outward appearance of a free society in America, when we are nothing but that. And it's revealing I don't know any other way to put it other than to put it frankly, the progress, the beginning of the end times, if you will. It's already started. Satan doesn't want you to know about it, and that's part of the reason why for such a time as this, the Lord has allowed this to happen to me, not because he's going to allow it to overcome me. He's going to allow me to speak about what's going on. And the prosecution of the state of California is, in other words, tantamount to blowing a whistle to the children of God out there. Wake up to what is going on. I want to show you the light source that's outside of my window in the same position, and it's not going anywhere. And there is no sun that will be outside of my driver's side window while I am approaching Lucas and 3rd Street, which is prosecuting the people of the state that know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going, and act with a criminal purpose to harass in the workplace with regard to every email, every phone call, every text message under the guise of a company name. That company name is exposed to civil prosecution, draining its pockets, and everybody working for that company is going to federal prison. It is group stalking and federal stalking. All right, and the light source is going to remain right here. It's 8:54, 5 minutes from now, 8:59, 8:58. I'm documenting LAPD group stalking in a police vehicle because I'm documenting the people of the state group stalking at every corner. As I arrive at a corner to make a turn at every traffic light, tow trucks. All right, construction vehicles stalking with the method of light activity, flashing lights. Those are demons using their commercial vehicles, and I'm going to prosecute every single last one of them. As you are recognizing the demonic system that's underway, stalking with light activity. And then as I expose that, then you have LAPD arrive. That's not distracting from, and that's what the entity seeks to do. Oh, I'm going to arrive in plain view, and I'm going to sit there stubbornly while they know I read their license plate. I'm referencing